Alright, so today we're taking a look at the Air Jordan 1 Palominos. Welcome back to Kicks on Kicks, my channel where I review sneakers. I'm BJ Kicks, and I am not showing my face on camera because I am sick, and I promise you don't want to see it. But today we're taking an early look at these. These are the Air Jordan 1 Palominos, and I think these are super, super dope. So we're going to take a look at the shoe. I'm going to show you the packaging these came in, and we'll talk about legit checking, although this is a super early pair. So I think it's going to be pretty hard to talk about any differences until the retail pairs are out there. But I also want to do a quick comparison on these to the Air Jordan 1 Mochas, because I think that's the shoe these are most similar to, and fans of those, or people who might have missed out on those, you're probably going to want to grab these. So let's go ahead and do it. You know, I like to do these from the bottom up. So taking a quick look at the outsole, this is your standard Air Jordan 1 outsole. And I mean, you've seen it once, you've seen it all. But basically, nice brown rubber molded outsole, which leads up to the midsole. Your midsole is this aged sail midsole, which you've seen on so many Jordan 1s at this point. And honestly, it looks good here. With this being a black and brown shoe, that sail looks good, honestly. So that's the midsole. Now we can talk about the uppers of this shoe, where, in my opinion, the star is this sort of, I don't know if we want to call this like a super low hair nubuck. To me, this feels like just an untreated leather of sorts. But you can see it shows like different little scratches and imperfections there, which is really cool. And it's this brownish colorway. This reminds me of like some of my mom's old purses and the way those show wear and tear and the patina that develops over time. Obviously, I don't know how this is going to look over time. One, considering it's a rep, and two, considering I don't know what this material actually is. But I'm very curious to see how it does respond over time to just normal wear, tear, and usage. So that's the same material you have on the toe box, on the swoosh, as well as the back of the shoe. So you can see that here. All in all, really, really nice material. It feels firm. It doesn't feel like super flimsy. Sometimes you get reps and they just feel super thin and like trash. These do not feel like that. They feel really sturdy. They feel pretty good. But anyway, you got this sort of brown leather on the feature all over the shoe. And then you got this debossed Air Jordan Wings logo, which we've been getting plenty lately. Ever since the reimagined Jordan 1s, they switched over the type of Wings logo that we get. Let me focus that a little bit. And yeah, so that's that. Now, the other part that we'll talk about is this black leather all over the upper. You can see that it kind of, the way it responds to just stress, this looks like a thicker leather as well. And I really, really like that. All in all, it feels like a premium pair of Air Jordan 1s. I will say, you can't really tell on camera, but they look sort of ashy, which is not unlike most Jordan 1s in my collection. But I think, like, I don't know, you clean these up with some Jason Mark, you use some leather conditioner, you get a really nice shiny look to these. And I feel like that'll make it look even better over time. So that's that. On to some finer details of the shoe. Looking at the tongue, you got your standard black nylon tongue, like on every Jordan 1. And you got this gold text for the Nike Air logo. Now, let's talk about the name of this shoe. This is the Air Jordan 1 Palomino. There hasn't been any information that's come out from the Jordan brand as to the theme of this sneaker or anything, at least not yet. But a Palomino is a type of horse. It's got like this really kind of luxurious brown color, which the color on the Palomino horse is not represented here. So I don't really know why this is called a Palomino, but it's a cool name, I suppose. but I really, really like this hit of gold here on the tongue. And that's pretty much the shoe. If you look at the insole, you got that same gold on your Nike Air insole. Of course, I got these in the size 9 because that's the size I wear. And I will say mine did not come with any extra laces. So I don't know if the retails will come with extra laces. I don't think you need them. I think the black laces are fine. But speaking of things that this shoe came with, I will show you the packaging real quick, even though I know this packaging is not correct. So these came in the standard Nike Air Jordan 1 box with the black and red. What I do know is that retail pairs of this shoe have already surfaced, and they're going to come in a basically what looks like a standard Jordan 1 box. But all this red branding will actually be in a metallic gold foil. So there's that. And let's see, what does this coloring say? Jordan 1 Retro High OG. Colorway is black, metallic gold, and Palomino. So I guess Palomino is the name of this brown color that we're seeing, even though this brown looks very similar to the brown that we find on the Air Jordan 1 Mochas. And to me, this shoe is very, very similar. There are obviously some differences, namely that fact that the Mochas have actual suede or nubuck on them. So you get that movement. This is the type of material you don't necessarily want to get wet. I've gotten mine wet. I've scuffed them. So like the suede is dead in certain spots on the shoe. I could probably liven them back up with the suede brush, but I guess I just don't care that much. These have been my everyday sneakers. Like, I don't wear them necessarily every day, but this is my default. Like, no matter what outfit I'm wearing, if I want to run to the store real quick, I got to take a quick drive, drop the kids off at the bus stop, like all these different things, these activities, I'm wearing these sneakers with, because I find that the black and brown just kind of goes with everything. And maybe it's just because I'm black, but I feel like that brown kind of, in most cases, kind of takes the properties of a gray. You don't even realize it's brown a lot of the times. It's just a cool looking shoe. So I wear it a lot. And in the same token, I plan to wear these Palominos a lot as well. And so, like I said, I just wanted to show the comparison. I wanted to show you what similarities these shoes have. Obviously, there's similarity in the colorway, even though the materials are not the same. This is not a suede shoe, Palomino, I mean. And obviously, there's a lot less white in this shoe than there is in this one. But I feel like if you were a fan of the Air Jordan 1 Mochas, the Palomino is just a darker version of that. And I think you'll be able to pull off some of those same outfits and same swag. So, you know, grab this shoe. And if you missed out on the Mochas, which, you know, are super in high demand and have been for quite some time, and are like the most repped sneaker on the planet, I think you'll want to grab these. I think the Palominos make sense for fans of the Mocha Air Jordan 1s. And that's really all I wanted to cover today. Like I said, as far as legit checking, the retail shoe, I don't know. You haven't seen it. We haven't seen enough of it to really tell the difference. I think where we might see differences is in the color of this leather and, of course, how it acts over time. That might be a difference. There might be some overall shapes and stitching differences, but again, we won't be able to tell any of that until this retail shoe is out in the market. So maybe I'll get a real versus fake going. But until then, let me know what you think of the shoe in the comments down below. Let me know if you're copping it. I think it's coming out in October for like $180. Let me know if that's a bridge too far for you. And I'll talk to you guys in another video real soon. Peace.